The transport rattled, metal benches packed with soldiers and traders from half a dozen worlds. Only one seat remained empty, the one beside her. An alien woman, tall, muscled, curved, she clearly knew how to weaponize. Gray skin shimmered faintly in the dim lights, her eyes glowing gold like predatory lamps. Everyone avoided her, shuffling, coughing, pretending the seat didn't exist. I sighed, shoved my gear aside, and slid over without a word. The murmurs around me rose immediately. She turned her head, slow and deliberate, golden eyes pinning me like a blade through armor. "You offered," she said in a low, velvet growl. Before I could answer, she rose slightly, then sat, not beside me, but directly on me. My thighs groaned. My voice caught in my throat. The entire shuttle erupted into whispers and muffled laughter. I froze. She shifted, wriggling, until she was planted squarely in my lap, her weight pressing firmly against me. Her tail coiled around my waist like a seatbelt. "Comfortable," she murmured, leaning back against my chest. "You're firm, yet soft. A good seat." I opened my mouth to protest. Nothing came out. The squad across the aisle snickered. One muttered, "Well, he's dead. She'll eat him alive before the next stop." Her voice purred with satisfaction. "They were cowards. But you brave. Generous. Offering your body so freely." My hands hovered awkwardly in the air. I tried to clear my throat. "I offered the seat, not." She tilted her head, golden hair brushing my jaw. "There is no difference. Seat. Lap. Flesh. The one who moves overgives themselves. This is our way." The tail squeezed tighter. She wriggled again, apparently searching for the perfect spot. I swallowed hard, biting back a noise that might have been a groan. "Hard surface," she commented, looking down. "But not too hard. You will do." The soldiers roared with laughter. One whispered, loud enough for me to hear, "Bet that hard surface isn't the bench." Heat burned my face. I tried to adjust, but every movement made her shift in return, grinding ever so slightly. "You're fidgeting," she said innocently. "Are you uncomfortable beneath me?" "Yes," I hissed. "Good." She smiled with sharp teeth. "Then you'll remember me." Dark humor rippled through the cabin. Another soldier said, "R.I.P. man. She's breaking in her cushion." Her tail flicked smugly. "They fear me. But you adore me. You are already mine." "Mine," I croaked. She nodded, leaning back until her head nearly rested on my shoulder. Her breath tickled my ear. "Who else would I sit upon? They abandoned me. You accepted me. That makes you cushion. Partner. Mate." I stammered. Words tripped over each other, tangled in my throat. That's not how it works." She twisted slightly, grinding again, pretending it was just shifting for balance. "It is exactly how it works. You feel me. I feel you. Perfect fit. You will not escape." Another soldier leaned over, stage whispering, "Careful, man. She's adjusting her saddle." The entire row cackled. My pulse thumped like artillery. She noticed, pressed a palm to my chest, smirking. "Your heart approves. It races for me." "Because you're suffocating me," I hissed. She chuckled darkly, golden eyes narrowing. "Or because you like me here." I bit my lip, fighting back a sound as her tail brushed my hip. My body betrayed me, with every twitch. Her grin widened. "Oh, there." That reaction. Humans are delightfully honest. My squad whistled. One muttered, "He's pitching a tent under an alien fortress." I glared across the aisle, then back down at the alien in my lap. She stretched languidly, rolling her shoulders, pressing her back into my chest as though testing my durability. "You endure well. You'll last longer than most. Strong thighs. Good cushion." Her lips curled mischievously. I could sit here forever. I gritted my teeth. "Please don't." "I will." She leaned forward slightly, whispering, "Unless you beg me to get off." The way she said "get off" made the blood in my face and elsewhere burn hotter. She smirked knowingly. "Ah." Double meaning. You thought it too. Laughter rippled again around the cabin. I groaned. Her tone softened suddenly, though the smugness lingered. No one has ever let me sit with them. Not once. You did. That means something. I wanted to argue. I wanted to scream. Instead, I found myself whispering, "You're welcome." Her smile softened, just a touch. She settled back into my lap as if she belonged there. "You will not regret this." Another soldier coughed. "He already does." Her golden gaze cut across the room, silencing the laughter with a glare sharp enough to flay steel. Then she turned back to me, smirk returning. "They laugh because they are afraid. But not you. Brave human. Sturdy seat. Mine." Her tail coiled tighter, warm and possessive. I swallowed, trying not to think about how natural it felt for her weight to settle there. I muttered under my breath, "This is insane." She purred. "Insane?" "No. Intimate." The shuttle rocked. She rocked with it, grinding unintentionally against me. Or maybe intentionally. My breath hitched. Her smirk deepened. "You make delightful noises," she whispered. "I cannot wait to hear more." Muffled laughter from the squad again. My face burned. I buried my face in my hands. I should have sat on the floor. Her voice came soft, smug, final. "Too late. You are my seat now. Forever." She still sat on me when the shuttle hissed to a stop. Everyone else scrambled for the exit. She didn't move. Her tail flexed around me like shackles. "You can get up now," I muttered. She glanced back, golden eyes glinting. "Why?" "You offered." I accepted. I remain. "You're crushing me." "You endure." "This pleases me." The soldiers filing out smirked. One clapped my shoulder. "Good luck surviving marriage, man." I tried to stand, but she hooked her legs around mine, pinning me. She leaned forward, breath brushing my ear. "Stop struggling. It excites me." "Excites you?" I wheezed. She purred. "Resistance means you acknowledge me. The more you push, the tighter I hold." I groaned. I offered a seat. A seat. Not my lap. "In my tongue," she replied smoothly. "Lap, seat, throne, same word. You gave me your throne. I honor you by sitting upon it." My head thunked against the wall. "Kill me now." Her teeth gleamed in a wicked grin. "Death comes later. First, endurance." Outside the shuttle, she finally rose. My thighs tingled like they'd been flattened by a boulder. I staggered. She immediately hooked an arm around my neck, pulling me close. "Unsteady," she teased. "Already weak from carrying me? You are the one sitting." "Exactly." She tapped my chest. "Your role is foundation. Cushion. Mate." "I'm not your mate." She cocked her head, tail swaying. "Not yet." "But your silence accepted me. You did not throw me off. You let me press. That is consent." The soldiers behind us choked on laughter. One called out, "She's got you by the balls, literally." Her ears twitched. She smirked. "Yes. His balls are mine too." I sputtered, nearly choking. "That's not what he meant." "Do not contradict him." She pulled me tighter. "They see the truth already." We marched down the corridor, her pressed flush against my side. Every time I tried to slip away, she clamped down harder, tail flicking like a whip. At the customs checkpoint, an officer raised an eyebrow. "Declaration of bond?" "What bond?" I blurted. The officer's eyes flicked to her tail coiled around my waist. "Ah. Lap claim. Congratulations, human. You're chosen." I froze. "Lap what?" The officer slid a datapad forward. "In her culture, offering one seat equals permanent consent for cohabitation, care, and intimacy. You will provide comfort until death." My jaw dropped. "That's insane. I just wanted to sit down." The alien woman purred. "You did. On me. With me. For me. Now forever." The officer stamped the document. "Bond registered. No reversals permitted." I slammed my palms against the desk. "I didn't agree to this." The officer deadpanned. "You sat." She sat. Law clear. My squad erupted behind me. One said, "Better get used to being her furniture, buddy." Another added, "At least you'll have warm nights." My captor, no, mate, pulled me closer, brushing her lips near my ear. "They envy you. You should be proud." I hissed, "Proud of being a chair?" She smirked. "A chair? No. My chair. My throne. My seat of pleasure." My knees almost buckled. "You can't just say things like that." "Why not? It is true." She squeezed my waist with her tail. "You twitch every time I press. You want this." The soldiers whistled. One shouted, "He's blushing again." My face burned hotter. I shoved her tail, trying to free myself. She only coiled tighter. "Struggle more," she whispered. "I enjoy the friction." I nearly screamed. This is hell. This is bonding. She tilted her head, expression suddenly sincere. "No one ever let me close before. They feared me. You did not. That means fate chose you." I blinked, startled. Beneath the teasing, her voice carried weight. "You mean no one's ever sat with you?" I asked quietly. Her smirk faltered for a second. "Not once. Always alone. Too dangerous, too strange. Until you. Brave, foolish, generous human." For the first time, she looked almost shy. Then her grin returned, sharp as ever. "Which makes you mine." I rubbed my temples. "You're impossible. And you're comfortable." A soldier pushed past us, muttering, "Get a room before she breaks you in half." Her eyes lit up. "Yes, a room." She dragged me toward the barracks before I could protest. "Wait. Where are we?" "To continue the lap test." "Lap test." She nodded solemnly. "I must ensure you can endure me in all positions, sitting, standing, lying down. Only then are you a worthy mate." The soldiers hooted behind us. I swore under my breath. She leaned close, whispering darkly, "Do not fail. If you break, tradition says I eat you." I nearly tripped. "You're joking." She licked her lips. "Am I?" The squad laughed louder. My fate sealed itself with every step she forced me to take. I muttered bitterly, "I should have taken the floor." She squeezed my side, purring. "Too late. You're mine now. And I never give up a good seat." She locked the barracks door behind us, tail sliding from my waist to my wrist like a shackle. "Now begins the trial of comfort," she announced, her voice dripping with mock ceremony. I groaned. "You're making this up." She tugged me toward the bunk. "No. My people take it seriously. A mate must endure closeness in every form. First trial, wait." Before I could move, she pushed me down and sat across my lap again, heavier this time, straddling me with deliberate intent. Her tail wound around my leg, anchoring me in place. "You can't just." She pressed a finger to my lips. "Endure. Speak less. Prove more." I clenched my jaw as she shifted, testing my thighs like she was measuring a throne for durability. She bounced slightly, then gave a satisfied hum. "Strong enough. Good foundation. But stability under motion must be tested too." I sputtered. "You're not going to." She rocked slowly, tail flicking with each sway. Her gaze locked onto mine, daring me to push her off. My hands instinctively caught her hips to steady her, which only made her grin sharpen. "See? You hold me without thought. Natural instinct. Natural mate." "This is torture," I hissed. "This is proof." She leaned forward until her forehead touched mine, golden eyes burning. "No collapse yet. You pass the first." I tried to shove her back. She seized my wrists, pinning them against the mattress. Her claws pricked lightly, a teasing warning. Second trial, pressure. Then she pressed down harder, chest crushing against mine, weight concentrated until my ribs protested. I wheezed. "You're breaking me?" Her lips brushed my ear. "Not yet. You will bend, but not break. That is why I chose you." Heat rose in my face. My squad's laughter from earlier echoed in my skull, fueling the humiliation. Still, I held firm. She eventually eased, satisfaction flickering in her smirk. You endure again. Very good. I glared up at her. How many trials are there? She pretended to count on her claws. 7. Maybe 8. Depends on mood. I groaned. I'm dead. She purred. 3rd trial, patience. She slid off my lap but didn't release me, curling against my side instead, tail coiled over my chest like a heavy blanket. She stayed perfectly still, eyes half-lidded. I whispered, "What's the trial?" Her lips curved. You wait. You do not fidget. You do not escape. You accept the weight of me until I say otherwise. I stared at the ceiling, muscles aching. Every minute crawled like an hour. She watched with quiet amusement, clearly savoring my discomfort. Finally, I snapped. This isn't a trial, it's a nap. Her ears flicked. Naps are sacred. Mates must share them. You fail if you move. I gritted my teeth and forced myself to stay still, even as her warmth seeped deeper into me. She smelled faintly of smoke and spice, wild and intoxicating. My frustration tangled with something I didn't want to name. At last, she stretched lazily, tail tightening before releasing me. You lasted. Barely. But enough. I exhaled in relief. Please tell me that's the end. Her grin widened. 4th trial, proximity. She shifted fast, suddenly nose to nose, lips hovering just shy of mine. My breath caught. Her gaze searched my face like she wanted to carve herself into memory. You must endure closeness without retreat, she whispered. I froze, every nerve screaming. She lingered there, heat radiating between us. My pulse hammered. She tilted her head, brushing her cheek against mine, then drew back only slightly. Good. You trembled, but did not flee. I muttered, I didn't move because you trapped me. She laughed softly, low and dangerous. Excuses taste like surrender. 5th trial, sound. I frowned. Sound. Her mouth moved to my throat. A deep purr rumbled through her chest, vibrating against me. It wasn't gentle. It rattled my bones. Mate must endure voice, growl, and purr, she explained between vibrations. It enters your core, unsettles your heart, demands attention. My body betrayed me, shivering with each pulse of sound. She smiled against my skin. Yes. You feel it. You can take it. Another pass. I gasped when she pulled back. You're insane. 6th trial, touch. Her claws traced down my arm, light enough to tingle, heavy enough to remind me she could slice deep if she wanted. She dragged them over my chest, then lower, hovering dangerously close to my belt. My breath hitched. She stopped short, eyes gleaming. See? You withstood. Did not beg, did not break. Passed. I stammered. That wasn't fair. All trials are unfair. 7th trial, choice. Her tail looped around my neck like a noose. She leaned close again. You may push me away. Now. If you do, the bond weakens. Forever. Refuse me and I leave. Choose. My chest tightened. She waited, eyes unblinking, daring me to decide. I should have shoved her off, shouted, run. Instead, my hand betrayed me again, gripping her hip, not to push but to steady. Her grin turned feral. You chose endurance. You chose me. The tail slid free, no longer a chain, but a caress. She whispered, trial complete. You pass. I sagged back against the bunk, half relieved, half horrified. So, it's over? She laughed, sharp and sultry. For today. Tomorrow begins the advanced trials. I buried my face in my hands. I'm doomed. Her purr vibrated against my side as she curled into me again. No, human. You're claimed. Morning came with her perched on my chest like some smug queen staking territory. I groaned, but she silenced me with a finger to my lips. Advanced trials begin. I muttered. You've got to be kidding me. First, the trial of sustenance. She pulled a ration bar from her belt, bit off half, then shoved the rest into my mouth before I could protest. Her lips lingered near mine, deliberately brushing as she accidentally pushed it in too deep. I choked, coughing crumbs everywhere. She smirked. Mate must share food, even if it kills him. I spat crumbs at the floor. That's not sharing. That's assault by granola. Her ears flicked in amusement. Yet you swallowed. Trial passed. I groaned. What's next? She leaned close, voice dark with mischief. Trial of heat. Before I could ask, she yanked the blanket over us both, tail looping tightly to trap me underneath. Her body pressed flush, radiating furnace-level warmth. Sweat beaded instantly. I tried to wriggle free, but she pinned my arms with her knees. This is insane, I gasped. Insane is leaving a mate cold, she countered. Her chest pressed against mine, damp from the rising heat. You must endure contact until the fire in your skin feels natural. Minutes dragged on. My shirt clung with sweat. My lungs felt crushed by both heat and the weight of her. She didn't budge, only smirked as I panted like a dog. Finally, she tilted her head, lips grazing my jaw. Still breathing. Pass. I shoved the blanket off, gulping cool air. You're trying to cook me alive. Her eyes gleamed. Next trial will feel hotter. My stomach dropped. There's more? She whispered. Trial of rhythm. Her hips shifted ever so slightly, a subtle grind that sent my thoughts scattering. She did it slowly, innocently, or at least pretending to be. My hands twitched, fighting between restraint and instinct. You must endure the rhythm, she teased, without surrendering control. My pulse spiked. Every shift of her weight dragged sparks up my spine. She purred, low and steady, matching her movements. Sweat returned, not from heat this time. I growled through gritted teeth. You're evil. She kissed my ear. Evil, but effective. She rocked harder for a moment, then abruptly stopped, leaving me breathless. You did not break. Barely. Pass. I slumped back, dazed. How many advanced trials are there? Her smile widened dangerously. 3 more. I almost cried. Trial of restraint, she declared, pulling her belt free. My eyes widened as she looped it around my wrists, binding me to the bunk rails. Mate must trust mate. This is not regulation. She tugged tight. Regulations never bred strong offspring. I tried to struggle, but the knots held. She leaned close, teeth brushing my neck, claws ghosting over my chest. Every nerve screamed in both panic and something I couldn't deny. You endure well, she murmured. But can you endure when choice is gone? She traced her tongue along my throat, then stopped just before biting. My entire body tensed, waiting. But she pulled back, untying me with a flick. You did not scream. Pass. I exhaled so hard my lungs hurt. I nearly screamed. Her grin said she knew. What's left? I croaked. She whispered like a verdict. Trial of intimacy. I froze. What does that mean? Her tail coiled around my waist again, tugging me forward until our foreheads touched. Simple. You must say aloud what your body already confesses. My throat went dry. Admit you want this, she pressed, voice silk over steel. Admit you want me. I tried to dodge, mumbling. You're impossible. Her hand gripped my jaw, forcing me to meet her eyes. Say it. Or fail. The silence burned. My pride warred with the truth pulsing through my veins. Finally, the words spilled, rough and reluctant. I want you. Her grin softened into something sharper, almost tender. Then you pass the truest trial. I thought it was done until she purred. Final trial, permanence. I blanched. Permanence. She nipped my shoulder lightly. From this day, you sit not beside me. You sit beneath me, with me, always. Mates are not temporary. My head spun. You mean forever? She kissed me, slow and claiming, tail tightening one last time. Forever. When she pulled back, I was too stunned to argue.
2 days to fight.
Too far gone to deny. I muttered. You tricked me into marriage with chair trials. She laughed, rich and unashamed.
Yes.
And you passed everyone. I buried my face in my hands. I'm doomed. She curled against me, victorious per rattling my chest. No, human. You're mine.